Welcome, everyone. Buenos noches. I hope you are well. We are excited to have you here. My name is Bobby Smith. I'm the field president for Powur, and we're excited to introduce you to our company tonight. Again, coming off this weekend, launching our new media center, we want to share with you who we are, the model that we've built to change the solar industry, the solution that we've provided to this industry, and why you should join our company, Powur, tonight. That is the goal. If you look at any great company, there is a great leader, and there's no greater leader than our CEO, Jonathan Budd, a 30-year-old business genius who earned millions of dollars in his young career before he went to the Amazon, the rainforest with Jim Bunch, and decided that he wanted to invest $1 million of his dollars to build a platform to change the world, to build a cleaner future for our children and for theirs. If you look at any great company, there is always a great team behind it. From Andrea Budd, who is our angel above, to experts from economics to customer support to procurement, solar sales, really the best of the best. All of our management team is Googleable. They've had extraordinary success in their careers. If you dig deeper into our company and take a look at who we are, I always say there's a big difference between, hey, I've got a good idea, and hey, we're 7 years and $15 million in. We partnered with the biggest companies in the world like Solar City and Tesla. We realized we couldn't scale with them. We partnered with 100 solar companies around the world. We went online to see how the public felt about what we were doing and raised over $1.4 million in a private fundraising campaign. Over 5,000 people paid to join our platform. But what changed the game is when we introduced the only transparent revenue share model in the solar industry today, which is allowing the people that you're going to meet very soon to earn the highest incomes in the world in solar and stock options as we prepare for what we believe will be $1 billion IPO in the third quarter of next year. I think what's most important, which many people, over 1,000 people, took a deeper dive this weekend to understand the core values of who we are, aligned with the Pachamama Alliance, aligned with our purpose. We're a public benefit corporation, which is a unique type of business that has uncompromising values and a dedication to the world. That is really and truly who we are. We offset 100% of any emissions that we contribute to the world by the manufacturing of solar panels, the delivering on the trucks, things that cannot be avoided. We offset that, planting trees around the world and offsetting this any damage that is done to our environment. The father of renewable energy said that if you want to change things, don't fight the existing reality. Build a new model that makes the old model obsolete. And that's what we've done. We've built a new model that makes the solar industry today virtually obsolete. Our business model, we believe that the customer obviously has to get great value, but that if you decide to get your valuable time, part-time basis, test us out, jump in as a solar pro, that you deserve to earn the greatest benefit that anyone could earn in the solar industry today. The gentleman I want to introduce you to, Jonathan Bernaso, is someone that I met on LinkedIn. He represents the best of the solar industry. He already was one of the highest income earners in the industry for another big brand company. And Jonathan, through our conversations and him looking at our company, joined our company. He has just had a tremendous impact on who we are and where we're going. He's one of the top solar experts in the United States of America. He's basically quadrupled his income coming to Powur. He did land a $40,000 Tesla a couple months ago. And while his tennis game may not be extraordinary, he is one of the leading, most respected solar professionals in the United States of America. Jonathan, if you can share with the people, because again, I'm sure you looked at us with one eye open, one eye closed. You got a guy like me reaching out to you on LinkedIn, and you evaluated for yourself, going up against one of the biggest solar companies in the United States. Can you just share with everybody out there that's looking at Powur for the first time, what was it that made your decision? And more important than that, what's been your experience as you've gotten to look at Powur and understand who we really are?
Sure. Thank you so much, Bobby Smith. Appreciate the introduction and the, I'll get back to you on the tennis game there. Yeah, when you went after me back in 2 years ago, almost now, and you mentioned what you were building, I was like, I'm good. I have other options. I'm a top performer at the nation's biggest solar company, and I have other options. But when I took a deeper dive with you and Charles, and I saw the platform, the 4 unique ways of earning at this company, whereas my last company, I was just as good as the door that I sold and looking for the next door. But here, there's truly 4 unique ways to make money. Everyone can become a leader, have an impact. We have a culture and friends and family. It's truly been game changing. Now I can focus on helping develop other leaders, which is way more rewarding at the same time. So, and correct, I have quadrupled my income from where I used to work at. And I want a Tesla, whereas my last company would give me a free pair of socks.
But you know what, Jonathan, I think is equally important is what have you learned about the character, forget me for the moment, the entire executive team, what we stand for, our culture, our management team, and what we've done to quintuple our company in a pandemic, how we've scaled up to be able to provide a place for the best solar professionals in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. I think from top down leadership, there is a humility, a grace, a professionalism, while maintaining a relaxed atmosphere at the same time. You make it a point to earn our trust. You acknowledge when there is pain points. When you grow at 1,000%, there will be operational challenges, and those have been acknowledged and quite addressed. Very, very happy. So I can't imagine, another company that has such an amazing convention or meetings that include mindset, mindfulness, breath work, the humility, and someone said it best, not 1 ounce of arrogance from any of the leaders here. And that's where I choose to put my time in my company.
Well, we are so honored that you gave us a chance and that you stuck with us through the challenging times. Again, folks, if you're doing something no one in the world's ever done, there will be challenges along the way. And now we're in such a great operational position. So Jonathan, thank you so much. We appreciate you being here tonight.
Thank you, Bobby.
Peace. So folks, if you continue to take a deeper dive and you look at who we are, it's a very simple distinction. Most people take a job in the solar industry. And usually it's because they want leads that have been sold to 15 different companies. You get a job in the solar industry, you're working for a company, the commissions are smaller, there's little or no support, there's no passive or residual income. It's a job. There's no equity, there's nothing scalable about it. You get one time in this life. There's no dress rehearsal, right? Why not work for yourself? Here, you are the CEO of your own clean and renewable energy company. We're going to pay you more money than anybody in the industry, and there's no one debate about that. We're going to give you stock options as we scale to $1 billion IPO, daily training in English and Spanish, passive income, equity. You're going to meet people here that are earning a 7-figure income in override income, in building an organization and having stock that would be worth tens of millions of dollars. That's where I want to place my bet. I think, again, this is what I enjoy talking about the most because it's the most logical conversation we could ever have. If you just draw a circle around your life, particularly in this world we're living in today, all the basics, nothing fancy, the way we communicate, the way we travel, the way we shop for groceries, the way we shop for anything retail, the way we work out through Peloton. So here's my point. If communication, transportation, travel, retail, food, workout, everything we do every day has shifted to an online platform, then what logical thinking person in the United States of America, around the world, would not understand that solar will shift to an online platform? And we are the only online platform in the world. And if you connect the dots, because we're not just a solar company, we'll be in the electrical vehicle industry before long. If you connect the dots, if in fact renewable energy is the greatest shift of wealth in the history of man and womankind, and in fact, we are perfectly positioned as the only online platform in the world for solar, then what are the possibilities here? Just think about it. Our board has raised billions in venture capital. We were built for this. And with the shift of administration, the focus on clean energy, the continuation of the federal tax credits, and Wall Street's reaction and position right now for renewable energy stocks, we are in the best place that you could possibly be. And it really is that simple. To further this conversation about the type of people that we attract, I want to hand this over to one of our leading representatives and one of my dear friends. We're all friends. And what a cool part of a company that is. Charles Thompson, another gentleman. When none of us knew each other, just like you, we came together. We believed in something. We took a chance. Charles Thompson is one of the leading energy professionals in the United States. He has ran, owned, and built some of the largest energy companies in the United States. He has served his country, our country. I know him as a dad. I know him as a guy who has gone from running those companies to taking a chance with us and having lean years to now being on the beach in Southern California, as you could see, positioned for a multiple seven-figure income this year and doing something that he loves every day. We know him as just an extraordinary gentleman and our dear friend, but certainly one of the top solar professionals in the world, Mr. Charles Thompson. Charles, you have the ball.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. And I know you as my best friend and my mentor and the absolute most profound, incredible leader of this company, sir. So thank you for all you have done and all you continue to provide. So first, I want to just get a little framework for those who are brand new. This is your first time seeing, maybe you don't know a lot about solar. We're going to introduce you to some terminology you might not have heard before. And also, I want to introduce you to the platform of what we're addressing, which is the solar industry, which if you look at the number of homes in the United States of America that are eligible, you got 130 million single family residences. We're focused on residential. You got 90 million of those who are eligible for solar, and only about 3 million have made the transition. So you're looking at a virtually untapped industry by those standards. If there's a few markets that have 8% market share, most of them have less than 1/2 of 1%. And what Powur has done is they've created a model to really go after this industry and change the game. And through that, there's a term called cost of goods. And probably the best comparison of that is to look at a wholesale product versus a retail product. We're all familiar that products are made in wholesale, they're eventually sold at retail, and somebody's making money in between. So Powur has a cost of goods model, call that wholesale. And forget about per watt or KWs and that type of thing. Just look at the dollars and sell it at 35,000. And the cost to get all that done with equipment, with labor, everything is 17,500. And maybe in this particular case, this is an exact number. It was 70 cents per watt or $7,000 in additional costs, a main panel upgrade, and some financing that was involved. Take that and look at then the net revenue that comes off the product. So that's wholesale to retail, and then what's left over. We call it net revenue or margin. And in most traditional solar companies, 20 to 30% of that net margin, so the average of $2,000 to $3,000, would be paid to who we consider, Powur considers the most important person in the company, you, the consultant. In this case, though, Powur inverted that model, recognizing who the most important person is, and they pay 70% of that revenue to the most important people in the company. And that's really what has changed the game in this industry. And the beauty of this is it only gets better, because these costs that we're looking at here have come down significantly over the last 2 years since we've had this model. And in fact, it was about a $21,000 cost when we started this in Texas, which is, this is the example from now, it's $1.75 and probably down closer to $1.65 by the end of this month with all the new announcements. Well, Powur does have to make revenue, obviously. They take 30% of the revenue, not like most companies taking 70, they take 30% of the revenue, but you're going to learn what they do with that revenue here in just a moment. But the most important thing is what we get, 70%. This particular example is a $7,300 commission, very common. What Powur does is they do revenue share. So what from Powur's revenue, we can earn residual income from projects that are done by building a team within the company. So they allocate half of their revenue. So they get 30%, they allocate half of that into a revenue share plan for those who want to build a team, who want to earn passive income. That's how simple it is. There's no company in the industry that I've seen even think about this model, never mind be able to implement it successfully and have people like myself and others you're going to hear from today who are earning anywhere from 6-figure to 7-figure passive income, whether we choose to continue to sell or not. But we still continue to sell because that's what we do. We sell solar and we help other people do the same. And one of the greatest ways to do that, if you are building a team, is you earn the right, the privilege of being a mentor on our platform. So you, as a new person in the company, get access to the top people in the company. On your first 3 projects, you work with a certified mentor, a closer, but someone who also will coach you and show you the ropes in terms of how to use the platform, how to sell solar if you've never sold it before. You'll use them to the extent that you feel you need and they feel you need. I've had people use mentors for 10 projects, but the requirement is for your first 3 projects. If you're already in the solar industry, it's just your first project. That's so you can learn how to use the platform, how to do the documents, how to do everything without skinning your shins and stubbing your toe. And this is the beauty of it. If you look at our average commission of over $7,000, the 50-50 split that occurs between a mentor and a mentee is typically higher than most companies pay for the whole commission that goes out. As I mentioned, take that previous example, it's $2,000 to $3,000. You're getting training, you're getting mentorship, you're getting support, and you're still making over $3,000 on an average commission while you're going through that training. The icing on the cake is the equity that you have. You heard Jonathan talk about 4 forms of income. This is the kind of the long term. I call it the generational wealth changing income. And that's where on your first install, you're going to get 25 stock options. You refer someone to use the platform. That consultant gets an install. They're going to get options, and you're going to get 13 options in addition to that. And then if you hit minimum performance goals of 25 installs, that's going to get you 250 options, 50 installs in a calendar year. That's going to get you 1,250 options. So think about that. That's 1 a week, and you're going to get 1,250 options in the company, and you may not be realizing what that value is. And I will explain that briefly from my perspective. Plus, you get discounted options when Powur goes public. And that is definitely the plan. It's all about timing. And when they do, think about this. There's 3 companies, without naming names. One, I was blessed to run organizations. One was the 2nd largest energy company in the US. The other was the 1st largest. And one was 17 billion, it was a $14 billion company. They attempted to scale on a national level, and they weren't successful because they couldn't figure it out. Another company went through about $6 billion, and they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it and be profitable. Powur comes along. They become first a lead gen company, as Bobby walked you through the timeline. Jonathan puts in $1 million of his money. They raise anywhere between $10 and $15 million where you start the clock in crowdfunding and friends and family, and then private investors, and they figure it out. They figure out what no other company, billions and billions and billions of dollars in, could figure out. When we go public, what is that going to do to the value of the stock? I personally think it's going to be what's going to be generational changing wealth for me and my family. You have the opportunity. This is the ground floor in terms of getting started in this industry, particularly with this company. We've been around 7 years, but we've really only been doing this model for a little less than 2 years. What I have the honor to do is I'm going to introduce you to a few different people this evening. And Mr. Edgardo Gonzalez, I'm going to bring him up on the screen here in just a moment. A very good friend, great friend, a dear friend of mine, him and his family. I was with them last night for several hours. They're coming over to my home tomorrow night for dinner. And then I'm going to meet them back in Texas here in a couple of weeks. And we're going to go back on the road and share our successes and have a lot of fun. But Edgardo and I have spent a lot of time together, but y'all don't know him. So I want to bring Edgardo up on the screen here. Give me just a moment. I'm going to do that. And I'll take you off of our screen. There we go. Edgardo. There's Mr. Gonzalez. You take yourself off mute. Good. So Edgardo, I'm going to stop screen share for a moment. I know we're going to also talk with a few other people here, Mr. Contreras and Maria. So Edgardo, what has your journey been like with Powur? I know that we've had a great relationship and done a lot together. What's your journey been like with Powur? What's it meant to you?
Oh, what an amazing journey. After working for so many years in traditional business, I mean, with all the headaches and all the traditional, situations of a business, I bump into Powur, and it's been just great. Of course, I can analyze the last 4 years, 5 years here. And one very important thing is that anybody that starts now can do what I did in many years, in like probably 6 to 1 year, if they want to. So the most important part is this. It's been great. It has changed my life. I mean, money is great. It's unbelievable. You can earn as much money as you want. Um, because as you know, here we make from $5,000 to $15,000 per deal or more. I've seen all the times in my reports people making more money than that. But besides this is the friendship we have. It's been great how the company has everything that they promise, they deliver. I mean, I haven't heard, I tell everybody, our imperfection is better than any other company perfection. 100 times. I mean, all the things that we just learned in this convention. But in terms of my life has changed, not only on the money, but the freedom with sharing with all my friends right now here. While I'm here sitting in this restaurant here in Del Mar, California, close to your house. I mean, I have Desiree there closing a deal. I have Lazaro just signing someone there. And everybody's just relaxed. Marco, Andre, my son, is just in the car training people. This is crazy. I mean, how we can, I mean, I don't know. I mean, where we going is amazing. Yesterday, I mean, sharing with so much, so much great people here. But if you haven't got to this yet, just learn that you don't need to know nothing about solar. I spent many years doing in the furniture business, didn't know nothing about solar, and just started. I mean, I remember working with you, Charles, there in Dallas. I mean, with everything was totally different, and now it's just honestly, this is just only fun for me, where we can close deals from anywhere. I mean, online or personal if you want, and you have a mentor that is gonna show you how to do it. So if you don't know nothing about solar, that's the beauty about Powur. You have someone that can show you, I mean, that will do it for you while you earn from $3,000 to $5,000 just for watch them closing. So in terms of financially, can you imagine how I feel like earning in some months over $100,000, expecting a lot more than that this year, but having people in my team achieving the same thing. You know, we're gonna listen soon to Mr. William Contreras, which is next to me, and Maria Salazar. I mean, she had $123,000 in the month of December. I mean, the other day we were talking to Garda so far, you know, I think it was the 16th of January. She told me I already got like more than $60,000. I mean, where, in which company? You're gonna, I mean, doesn't matter if it is solar or not, you can get that kind of earnings. And then on passive income, I mean, even if I'm, you know, if you get sick or you go in vacation, that you get paid weekly on the efforts, you know, of you. I mean, you do a good job here at the beginning and help some people achieve. I mean, what I have done, you know, help people, and then you get paid on that. I mean, where can you get that? Right now, I'm so proud that more than 2,000 of people, you know, make over $100,000, and several made over $250,000 this year. And the cool thing, Charles, is that most of these people, they haven't been here for long. I mean, think about how long it will take you in any career to achieve that kind of money. I mean, to achieve the 250,000 mark, even $100,000. I mean, so here we see it all the time, even $500,000.
You said something, Edgardo, not to interrupt you, but you said something that really, I think it's important to identify that with people, because you and I have been in a company now for over 6 years, right? We had to be in the trenches and fight a lot of fights and get things happening. And it took us 5 years to get to the point where we could even possibly see a good, solid mid 6-figure income, never mind 7-figure income. We didn't even think that was possible. Everyone here on the Zoom tonight, they have the opportunity, like you just said a minute ago, to hit those numbers much, much, much more quickly than what we were able to do, right?
Of course, look, Maria, she started when, I mean, like probably in less than a year, she achieved $500,000 in income.
Yeah.
I mean, how's that? I mean,
We're
where
gonna
can you
save
see
her
that?
story here in a moment.
And you're gonna hear that. So
Yeah, we can
many
deliver
others,
that in
but
English. Yeah.
even $100,000, I've seen people in that list that they got here 6 months ago.
Yep.
I've seen people that got here 8 months ago. I was checking, this morning. I said, but this guy just only been here, but this girl, a lot of women achieving success here. So don't think about it. This is amazing. For me, it's like just fun. I mean, if you've been in sales, you know that a sale is a sale, but a sale that's here is only one part of the business. Selling is only one part of the business. So there's other ways that you're going to see later on that you can make money here while you sleep. So that's the most important part. So think in long term. There's other opportunities out there. Don't let them, mislead you, because loyalty and perseverance is going to bring you far. I've seen so many people, a lot of good people that started with me. Probably they're even better than me, but they left. They don't stay. They don't stick around, and now they wish they would.
Well, and they know
Okay.
they're welcome back because we love it. We love everybody. We're all family. So Edgardo,
Okay.
I love you. You're one of my best friends, and I look forward to being back on the road with you next week. Thank you for being with us. We know you got
Thank you. Thank you.
really
See
appreciate
you
you,
at the top, everybody.
sir. Appreciate it much. And I think you're going to turn it over to Mr. Contreras at this point. Just there. Look at the greatest smile in the
It's
company
hard.
between you and Jose Dominguez. I don't know, man. The two greatest smiles in the company for sure, my friend. For sure. So, William, again, same thing. You and I on the road with Edgardo all over the country. So wonderful to spend some time with you over the past weekend. Thank you for being with us this evening. Your story, I absolutely love. And I won't tell the whole story. I want you to share it. But from where you came from and the amount of money you're making, what was it, $18 an hour that you were making back before you came to Power?
Yes, that's what I make in Coca-Cola
Now
before
making
starting.
well over 250,000, leading up to $500,000 a year. Tell us a little bit about what your journey has been with Power, my friend.
Yeah, well, I remember that day like today. One day, I was working with Coca-Cola for almost 5 years in Coca-Cola. In that moment, I was looking opportunity because in my life, like I was 33 years old when I started in Power. But what happened? With 33 years old, it was impossible to me to buy a house because I have 4 kids. My income, even I was making $18 an hour, with that money, it was enough to support the family and have some saving to pay, to get the down payment from the house. Even with that, with what I started using credit cards, making loans, and my debt is still increased more and more. It was so hard at that point. When I see Power, I see something like different. First, what the vision of the company. I see the vision of the company, the product they have, and what we gonna do in the next generations. And when I see the solar industry is gonna dominate, it gonna make a big impact in the energy industry, I say I wanna be in that. At that moment, I remember Bobby Smith put me with Edgardo Gonzalez, and he teach me how to do in this. I learned from him. I listen to him. He teach me. The good thing about this company, you don't have to know nothing about solar. We have people, we have mentors. They already prepared to teach you how to do it. And in that moment, Edgardo he take me from the hand and say, William, just listen how I do it, and you gotta repeat the same. Charles, 10 months later, after I start with this business, it was like magic. I think out there is not any business give it the opportunity to you, okay, to make that kind of money in short time. Because 10 months later, what it was impossible for me for years. In 10 months, I pay off my debt. In 10 months, I buy my house. In 10 months, I quit on my job. In 10 months, my wife quit the job. And the great thing about it, we parents full time. Can you imagine you can enjoy your kids? Even with the pandemic, they don't have to go to school and you can take care of them at home. With what, you don't have to worry about it. Oh, we have to drop the kid to the daycare. No, they're in a home with the parents. That's the amazing thing. And the family you have in here, Charles Thompson, that person is my business partner, but it's more than that, it's my family. Edgardo Gonzalez, is my, my friend, my partner, my mentor, and everything I do in this business, I ask him to do it. Okay. Basically, we make, en español, para todos los que están en español, pues mi nombre es William Contreras. Hace prácticamente 2 años, 9 meses comencé con esta oportunidad cuando yo me encontraba prácticamente trabajando en Coca-Cola, ganando $18 la hora, sin sueños. Yo estaba encerrado, pero en ese momento llegó una oportunidad llamada Powur, la cual conocí a través del señor Edgardo González, el cual me enseñó este proceso. En tan solo 10 meses después de haber comenzado con Powur, pude lograr lo que no había logrado en 33 años. Pude comprar mi casa, pude saldar mis deudas y pude tener libertad financiera total. Y no tan solo eso, disfrutar la bendición de ser papá y full time, de poder disfrutar con mis hijos y con la pandemia, con todo lo que pasó, como quiera, a nosotros no nos afectó porque nuestros hijos podían ir a la escuela desde la casa y nosotros no teníamos que preocuparnos por quién los tenía que cuidar, porque nosotros podíamos hacerlo. Así que esa es mi historia, mucho éxito y los dejo con Charles Thompson.
Mr. Contreras, you are amazing, my friend. I'm so excited to be back on the road. I'll have you here tomorrow night for dinner as well. Looking forward to that. I'd like to ask you for your assistance because Maria is an amazing human being, and I know you can help me with some interpretation here.
Claro que sí.
Yeah,
Yes.
I want to frame things just a little bit, and knowing, Edgardo talked about having no experience in solar, what he was able to accomplish over a period of years. William, same thing, coming from Coca-Cola. Maria, same thing, no experience in sales. And then what I'd like for you have Maria do is tell her story, and then you can share that with us in English if you would. Okay.
María, cuéntanos tu historia en español y yo te la comparto en inglés. Quítale mute. Ahora sí.
Muy bien. Ok, bueno, pues buenas tardes a todos. Gracias por la invitación. Yo soy María Salazar. Tengo 10 meses que inicié en Powur. ¿Tú vas a traducir o yo continúo, William? Ok. Tengo 10 meses que inicié a Powur. Prácticamente tengo 25 años desarrollando lo que son negocios, ¿verdad?
Okay, Maria, she had 25 years doing business. Okay, go ahead.
Conocí a Powur por medio de un amigo que ya había conocido y cuando me mostró la oportunidad se me hizo que era algo increíble. Yo dije, ¿cómo pueden pagar tanto dinero? Sin embargo, al mismo tiempo,
she was introduced to Powur from one of her friends. She say it was amazing, but she don't know about nothing about solar. She was amazing, but she don't take seriously in that moment.
Sin embargo, en ese momento dije, bueno, yo no conozco nada de solar, ya tengo 5 años en otra compañía donde pues estaba relajada, digamos, en esos años hacia atrás. Sin embargo, en ese momento, cuando él me mostró la oportunidad, yo me encontraba en números rojos, ¿verdad?
In that moment, she was good because she was in another company which she was making good money. She felt she was comfortable, but in one moment in that career, she get a red number, and she say, "I have to do something different."
Y dije en ese momento, bueno, tienes la oportunidad enfrente de ti, tienes 2 opciones, quedarte como estás o aprender del sistema y salir adelante. Tomé la oportunidad de iniciarme a Powur y prácticamente empecé a trabajar con uno de mis mentores, que fue el señor Edgardo González.
In that moment, she only had two options: or stay in the same situation or take action. In that moment, she decided to learn about solar, and she connected right away with her mentor Edgardo González.
Empezamos a trabajar en equipo, yo empecé a conectar gente al sistema. En 2 meses prácticamente asocié como 40 personas al sistema y Edgardo me iba ayudando a cómo mentorearlas también mientras yo iba aprendiendo. Y eso me empezó a crecer mi negocio, y lo que prácticamente yo he generado en estos 10 meses, 12 meses, un año ya, han sido ya las 6 cifras. Y estoy muy emocionada.
All right. Yeah, I'm excited too. In what she say, when she get connected with Edgardo, she start recruiting, share the opportunity with other people. She built a team of 40 people. She wasn't mentored yet, but Edgardo helped her to close the deal to the team. Her to close the deal for everybody and the team, or to she grow. But what happened? 12 months later, she made more than, she made the 6-figure income in just less than 12 months. 5 times 6-figure income,
Realmente con Powur he tenido la oportunidad de tener también mi propia casa, ¿verdad? Este año estrené casa también, estaba yendo a William, así es de que una gran oportunidad que si yo me hubiera quedado en donde estaba realmente no hubiera sido posible. Powur es una compañía que realmente está cambiando la vida de muchas personas, no nomás la mía. En mi equipo hay muchas personas que sin experiencia, amas de casa, ganando más de $100,000. Es una gran oportunidad.
Wow. She said, with this great, amazing opportunity, she buy the new house. Remember, she was in red number in 1 year, 1 year ago. And with the opportunity, she go to green numbers and buy the house, making the dream true. And not only that, Maria helped all the people to do the same thing she's doing right now. She is an amazing leader, and that's what she's doing. Teach other people to do the same.
Así es de que yo realmente se las recomiendo porque es una oportunidad grandísima que tenemos para compartirla con muchas personas. Si tienes experiencia, si no tienes experiencia, por eso Powur tiene el sistema de mentores para poderlos llevar a crecer paso a paso. Lo que pudimos ver en la convención es algo increíble. Me encantaron los valores, los principios que tiene Powur para nosotros llegar a otro nivel.
She say, with the good thing about Powur is with experience, or with our experience, we have the mentor system. It teach you to do how to do the business. Amazing thing happened in the convention. She said the convention was another level. It changed a lot of people like how she said she see all the people how making change their life completely. You have to be connected. She say it's simple. Just follow the system and connect with your mentor.
Así es que tenemos una gran oportunidad. Solamente tenemos que aplicar 3 cosas bien importantes: la disciplina, acción, y se me fue la otra.
She said you have to make 3 things: discipline, action, and she forget the third.
Bueno, si tú aplicas de acción, ¿ok?
Hey, Maria, let me say something. Maria, she made over $500,000 in only 12 months. That's amazing. She break every freaking record in the company. Okay, I'm proud of you, Maria.
Gracias por la invitación.
Muchas
What was the
gracias,
third
Maria.
one?
Me la dejo de acuerdo.
That's okay. I think we got Maria. Muchas gracias. So happy for you. And William, thank you for your assistance on that. Love you guys. We'll see you on the road here very soon. I'm going to go ahead and just wrap things up here. Give me just a moment and take one more slide to kind of share things with you here. And then we'll do a quick wrap.
Ella lo hizo en alguno.
Go ahead
Ya.
and out
Y
all
sí.
the lines.
Hay que darle crédito.
Where's the lines? Here we go. There we go. Forgive me. We're going from one person to another. So from time to time, you're going to have a little background noise in there. All right. So this is the last slide, just kind of recap. So you heard a lot about everything that Maria shared, and Edgardo and William and Jonathan Bernaso, and just the incredible stories. That's what they're talking about. The 70-30 commission split. That's over that cost of goods. And then the 6-level revenue sharing. At this point, more than half of our income typically comes from revenue sharing by helping others do what we do. And then that long-term equity ownership that each of us can have by becoming part of this mission and vision of the company. And, when you start a business, you always have some kind of a cost. I gave my solar company up to bring it into Powur to get rid of all my costs, insurance, headaches, nightmares, staff, all the things that are associated with Powur. We have a one-time onboarding fee of $99. We each pay $49 a month to access the platform that provided this pathway for each of us. This is a business in a box. Literally, you can plug in, take advantage of a training, take advantage of the mentorship program, and take this business to whatever heights you want to take it. So we're talking to 2 audiences this evening. There's those of you who we're going to stick around and take some of your questions live, and those who are listening to the recorded version of this presentation. Go ahead and get back to whoever sent you the link, get their link, and jump on the train, get involved in our training program, and just take this to a whole nother level in your career. We appreciate you being with us. Those who are listening live, stand by. We're going to stop the recording and we'll take some of your questions.